Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about men. See, when a man is obsessed with a woman, he ain't gonna walk around holding a big old sign that says, I'm in love. No. He'll hide it behind his pride, his jokes, his cool act. But the truth, the truth shows up in his behavior. You just gotta know what to look for. When a man is obsessed with you, he pays attention to everything about you, even the smallest details you don't notice yourself. It's not just about what you wear or how you look. It's about the little things that make you who you are. He remembers your favorite color, how you take your coffee, the way your tone changes when you're happy or upset. He knows what song makes you smile and which one you skip every time because it reminds you of something painful. He observes all these things quietly, not because he's trying to impress you, but because his heart is invested in you more than he can admit. His attention becomes deeper than curiosity. It's devotion disguised as interest. Every time you speak, he listens closely, not just hearing your words, but feeling them. He stores your stories like treasures, recalling them later just to feel close to you again. When you change your hairstyle or wear something different, he notices immediately, but he won't always say it out loud. His eyes will give it away before his words ever do. This kind of attention doesn't come from attraction alone. It comes from emotional connection. A man who is obsessed with you studies you because you become his safe place and his mystery all at once. He's trying to understand you, not control you. He notices your patterns, your habits, your moods. When you're quiet, he senses it before you say a word. When something's wrong, he picks up on it faster than anyone else. It's not just that he's watching, he's feeling with you. Even when you're not around, little things remind him of you. He'll see something in a store and think, she'd love that. He'll hear a song and smile because it sounds like you. He might pretend it's no big deal, but deep down, he knows you've taken space in his mind that no one else can fill. He pays attention because in his heart, you matter more than he's ready to admit. And when a man feels that kind of pull toward a woman, it changes the way he moves around her. He becomes careful with his words, gentle with his tone, intentional with his time. He doesn't want to mess up what you share, even if it's undefined. He might not talk about his feelings, but every thoughtful gesture, every random check-in, every remembered detail is his way of saying, I see you, I value you, I care. You'll know he's obsessed not because he showers you with words, but because of how deeply he pays attention without being asked to. He remembers what you forget. He notices what others overlook, and he holds pieces of you close even in silence. When a man is that tuned in, it's not just love. It's quiet obsession, the kind that speaks louder than any confession ever could. When a man is obsessed with you, jealousy becomes one of his quietest yet most powerful emotions. He won't always come out and say it, but you'll see it in the little ways he reacts when other men are around you. It's not the loud, possessive kind of jealousy. It's the subtle type that shows up in his eyes, his tone, or the sudden change in his mood. He might laugh it off when someone compliments you, but deep down, something stirs inside him. He'll make jokes to mask it, pretend it doesn't bother him, but the truth is, it eats at him a little every time he feels someone else might get your attention. That's because in his heart, he's already claimed a space for you, even if he's never said it out loud. He becomes extra observant whenever another man enters the picture. You might notice he starts to ask questions he normally wouldn't, who that person is, how you know them, or what they said to you. It's his way of keeping tabs without sounding controlling. He wants to know where he stands, even if he'll never admit he's thinking about it. His pride keeps him from confessing that the idea of losing you, or even sharing a piece of your attention, makes him uneasy. So he hides it behind humor or a casual shrug. But his actions always reveal the truth. If you laugh a little too long with someone else, he suddenly gets quieter. If you post a picture that gets a lot of male attention, he might not comment, but he definitely noticed and probably replayed it in his mind more than once. This quiet jealousy is not about mistrust. It's about fear of losing what he values most. When a man is obsessed, your attention becomes something sacred to him. He wants to be the one who makes you laugh, who makes you feel seen, who gets your time. When another man steps into that space, even for a moment, it feels like a threat to the bond he's trying to protect. He might not say anything, but he'll certainly start doing more. Texting you more, calling, showing up, trying to remind you where your focus should be. That's not coincidence. That's emotion disguised as timing. Sometimes that jealousy shows up in his silence. He won't argue, but he'll withdraw. He'll try to convince himself that he doesn't care, but deep down, he's thinking about you nonstop, wondering if he's losing his place in your heart. Men often express emotions through behavior rather than words, and jealousy is one of those emotions that speaks loudest when they're trying hardest to hide it. So when you see that quiet change in him, the little spark of discomfort when another man gives you attention, know this: it's not insecurity, it's attachment. He might never admit it, but that quiet jealousy is proof you've become more than someone he likes. You become someone he can't stop thinking about, someone he quietly fears losing. When a man is obsessed with you, your happiness becomes his personal mission, even if he never says it out loud. He starts putting your comfort, your peace, and your smile above his own. It's not about obligation or trying to impress you. It's something deeper, something that comes naturally when a man truly cares. He'll go out of his way to make sure you're okay, even when it means sacrificing his own convenience. If you're tired, he's the first one to say, "Rest, I got it." If you're stressed, he's suddenly trying to make you laugh, distracting you from whatever's bothering you. He feels your emotions almost like they're his own. When you're hurting, it bothers him. When you're happy, it lights him up. That's when you know a man's heart is all in, even if he never says it. He might not be the type to express it in big dramatic ways, but it's the little things he does that give him away. He'll remember what makes you smile and quietly do it again. He'll notice when you're not yourself and try to fix it without you even asking. If you mention something you want, even casually, he'll find a way to make it happen. It's not about money or gifts. It's about thoughtfulness. When a man is obsessed, he wants to be the reason behind your smile, the one who brings you ease after a long day. He'll make sure your needs are met before his own. And even when he's tired, he'll still show up for you. That's because your happiness fuels his. It gives him a sense of purpose, a sense of meaning. You might notice that he starts doing things he's never done before. Maybe he's not usually a talker, but with you, he starts communicating more. Maybe he's never been patient, but with you, he slows down and listens. He'll change small habits, not because you told him to, but because he wants to be better for you. When a man reaches that level of emotional investment, it's not about control, it's about care. He's not trying to own you. He's trying to protect your peace because it matters to him more than his own. Even when you're not together, he'll still be thinking about how to make things easier for you. He'll text to check if you made it home safe, remind you to eat, or send something small just to lift your mood. These gestures might seem simple, but they carry the weight of his feelings. He's quietly saying, I want you to be okay. I want you to feel good. That's love in its purest, most unspoken form. He might never say the words, but his actions will scream them. Every time he puts you first, every time he chooses your joy over his comfort, every time he goes the extra mile just to see you smile. That's not casual affection. That's obsession wrapped in care, devotion hiding behind small acts of love. When a man is obsessed with you, no matter what happens, he can't stay mad at you for long. Even if you argue, even if harsh words are exchanged, something inside him won't let that distance last. He might try to be cold. He might say he's done, but deep down he knows he's not going anywhere. He can't, because when a man's heart is wrapped around a woman, anger becomes temporary, but attachment becomes permanent. He'll replay the argument in his head trying to act tough, but the silence will eat at him. He'll scroll through your old messages, look at your photos, think about the moments that made him fall for you in the first place, and suddenly the fight doesn't seem worth it anymore. That's not weakness, it's emotional surrender. His pride wants to hold on to the grudge, but his heart refuses to let go of you. You'll notice that even when he's upset, he's still thinking about you. He might not text, but he's checking your social media. He might not say a word, but he's hoping you reach out first. And if you do, no matter how small the message, he melts. That one hey or one small apology is enough to break all his walls. Because the truth is, he doesn't want to be right, he wants to be close. Men don't always know how to express that, so they cover it with silence, humor, or distraction. But behind all that, there's a man who misses you, who hates the distance, and who can't pretend like he doesn't care. Even if he tries to ignore you, his emotions will betray him. His tone will soften the moment he hears your voice. His guard will drop when he sees you. It's not that he forgets what upset him. It's that his love for you outweighs the frustration. When a man truly feels connected, he values peace with you more than being right. He'll convince himself that maybe the fight wasn't that serious or that he might have overreacted. That's how you know you got his heart. You've become his calm, and even when you're the reason for the storm, he still craves the comfort of your presence. He might even try to walk away for a while thinking space will help him move on, but every time he does, he ends up coming back. Not because he's weak, but because he can't find the same connection anywhere else. His soul misses the energy you bring, the way you make him feel seen, the way your laughter makes his world feel lighter. So no matter what he says in anger, he always circles back. That's what happens when a man is obsessed. He might argue, he might act distant, but his heart won't let him stay away. The love he feels keeps pulling him back to you every single time, no matter how hard he tries to resist it. When a man is obsessed with you, he becomes protective of you in ways that go beyond words. It's not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's in the quiet gestures, the small things he does that show he's watching out for you. He notices when someone's tone toward you isn't right. He steps in when he feels someone is trying to take advantage of your kindness. He pays attention to who's around you, how people treat you, and whether or not you seem comfortable. It's not about control, it's about care. He wants you to feel safe, valued, and respected because deep down, your well-being has become a part of his peace. He doesn't want anyone to disturb your energy, and even if he can't say it out loud, he'll make sure you're protected in his own quiet way. He might not always speak up, but you'll feel it. When you're walking together, he naturally moves closer to your side of the street. When you're out late, he'll ask you to text him when you get home. When you're upset, he becomes calmer, more patient, because he knows you need support, not arguments. Even when he's not with you, he's thinking about your safety. He'll check in to see if you ate, if you made it to work okay, if you're doing all right. Those messages may seem simple, but behind them lies a heart that worries about you more than it admits. You might notice he gets serious when someone disrespects you. That easygoing man who jokes and laughs suddenly goes quiet and firm. He won't let anyone speak badly about you or treat you unfairly. He might not make a big scene, but his energy changes. That's because his instinct to protect you comes from a place of deep connection. It's not about ego, it's about love. You've become someone he feels responsible for in the most sincere way, not because he owns you, but because he values you deeply. He wants you to feel safe enough to be yourself without fear of being hurt. Sometimes his protectiveness shows up emotionally. He won't like seeing you doubt yourself or settle for less than you deserve. He'll encourage you, push you to see your worth, and remind you that you're stronger than you think. That's emotional protection, the kind that comes from wanting you to grow, not from wanting to control. A man who's obsessed with you wants to be your safe space, your calm after chaos. He'll defend you even when you're not around. He'll talk about you with pride, not possession. Even when you don't notice, he's thinking ahead, trying to make life easier for you, anticipating what might stress you out so he can prevent it. That's how you know his feelings run deep. He's not just watching over you, he's investing his heart into keeping you safe, loved, and at peace. That quiet protectiveness, that unspoken care is the truest sign that you've become his weakness, his peace, and his world all in one. When a man is obsessed with you, he'll find every excuse to be around you, even when there's no real reason. He'll suddenly show up where you are, claim he was just passing by, or text you out of nowhere just to start a simple conversation. But the truth is, he's drawn to you like gravity. Your presence gives him peace. Your voice gives him comfort, and your energy pulls him in without effort. He doesn't need a plan or an occasion to see you. Just being near you is enough. You'll notice how he somehow always ends up involved in things that connect to you. He'll volunteer to help you with something small, offer to drop by, or find some random reason to check in. That's not coincidence. That's his heart finding ways to stay close to what it loves. Even when he's busy, he makes time. He might claim he's just being friendly or helpful, but the truth is, you're always on his mind. He'll linger in your presence, stretching moments so they last a little longer. Maybe he takes the long way home just to drive by your street. Or maybe he calls to ask about something unimportant just to hear your voice. When a man is obsessed, your energy becomes his comfort zone. You don't even have to do anything special. He just wants to be near you because it makes him feel alive. You'll also notice that he remembers every plan or promise that involves you. If he said he'd meet you somewhere, he'll be there early. If he promised to help with something, he'll make sure it's done perfectly. He don't want to disappoint you because every moment with you feels like a chance to prove what he can't say aloud. He'll show up for you even when he's tired, even when it's inconvenient, because being near you matters more than rest or excuses. That kind of consistency doesn't come from obligation. It comes from emotional connection. Sometimes he won't even realize how often he's making himself available for you. It becomes instinct.